Great rise in natural beings. Off rip, this is allegedly, okay? Hypothetically, theoretically. This is me writing a script. I'm just putting my mind out there. I'm gonna make it quick too. Hive mind versus murder. Hive mind versus murder. Hive mind versus murder. Why do I say this? I've said this in a previous video. Hive mind is very interesting. Now, we know we have nanoparticles, we have biological technology, we have voice to skull, we have so many different technologies that can embed information, right, into your psyche. Now, why is it that people that are very in tune with their hive mind, no matter the race, they don't know when they're about to be murdered? So there's a specific race of people on the planet that are highly in tune with hive mind, but they have just as many fatalities, deaths, and murder than anybody else. So I'm trying to figure out how can they know our dreams, know our thoughts, receive data and information about what we're thinking. But when it comes down to protecting and serving their own kind, they still get knocked off. They still die, okay? They still get murdered, okay? They still go to jail. They still go to prison. So, hive mind is very interesting. So, if you talk about something on the phone and you're walking in a store and an individual just approaches you and start giving you conversation about what you was talking to on the phone, they're not like an informant with audio of something's allowing them to have informed data waves go to their psyche from your psyche, or however they piggyback to get to them, okay, or triangulate to get to them, right? So why is it hive mind can know everything about you, your dreams, your psyche, your thoughts, when you ate, slept, shit, but they don't know when they're about to die? They don't know when their family members are about to get murdered. Let me tell you something. They have found a way to synchronize and rush your data from your consciousness to these people. When they go to sleep at night, they're having downloads, uploads of your life all the time. Have you ever felt like a celebrity? Like you could be low-key, nappy head, no bra on, minding your business. But then one of these hive minds, when you show up, they are so fascinated. They are so in wow. They're like, I can't believe the person that I've been getting information on for a year now is in my presence. It happens all the time. So how do they synchronize the data from your consciousness, your mind, your visions into their vessels? Nanoparticles, technology, cell phone data, cell phones. That's why they're cellular. This thing is piggybacking everything about you, your thought, your heart rate, who you are, any disease or trauma you have, everything. Who you talk to, who you think about, who you fantasize about, how you masturbate, how you have sex, how you eat, how you shit. And they're sending that data to these hive mind, artificial intelligent people. I've been talking about this a long time. But this is the kicker. You seen this hive mind be born just like you. He was born in the same hospital as you. She was born in the same hospital as you. So what makes them different? The doctors. Believe it or not, there has been parallel secret societies working parallel with us. So what you go do or what you take in your area is totally different how they injected these people in their area. And remember, this is me writing a script of a fairy tale. Remember, this is allegedly, hypothetically, theoretically. But why is it that these people are so equipped and informed with your dreams, emotions, frustration, happiness, love, sexual life, trauma, you name it? They look at you like you have no privacy. They look at you like, what makes you so important? Oh yeah, you got those hive mind that say, why did they make me observe your life for a whole year? What makes you so important? Oh yeah, don't think all hive mind gonna love you or like you. Oh no. You got some that love you and like you. You got some that say, there's a reason why they got me to study this person a whole year. Let me feed them from a long handle spoon. You got some that feel like, oh, I know the ins and outs of this person's life. I've seen through their eyes. So, and they're fanatic with you. They love you. And then you got the ones, I didn't want to watch you in my sleep last night. I didn't want to watch you for a whole year. I didn't want to study you. Who do you think you are? What makes you so important? Why do they think you're so powerful? Why do I need to know you? Yeah, there are different levels to them now. They have that emotional human gene pool too. What make you think you so fancy dancy? Why they keep sending you as a subject? Why they won't send someone else as a subject? So anyway, we have definitely been mapped out. And while you're going to your caretaker throughout your adolescence, infant, toddler stages to adult, they have specific people that they go to that have probably been webbing and coding them and programming them since birth. And now that we have more technology, more information, more connectedness, the internet is nothing but multiple computers connected, just like cell phones, right? Do you actually think that people are wearing these watches and putting their cell phone on their arm to monitor their heart rate, steps and stuff, and they're not going to secretly monitor you? Remember, we've been saying this for 12 years. You could just think about something and Google will just show up with it, right? You could just think about something and then all of a sudden they'll have a commercial. It'll be like they just made the commercial a few seconds ago. Like the commercial probably wasn't even created a month ago or 2 weeks ago. It's like they created the commercial just for you. And then they used the famous actor. Now, how did they do that fast? Y'all don't question that? Like, how did you make that commercial that fast? Like, they're making commercials in like 2 minutes faster than a soap opera. You know how they say they make so many soap opera movies or shows that the paper be under the cushion and they have to read it just to do their lines? Man, y'all be amazed. Well, anyway, back to this hive mind versus murder. Why are they so in tune with their enemy? But when it comes down to their lack and understanding of their collective, they don't know when they're being knocked off or infiltrated. I've been trying to figure this out for a long time. They have been embedding technology in these people for a very, very long time. And when they come into your space, they already know what they up against. Okay? They already know what they're up against when they come into your space. They have been watching very important indigenous people for a very long time. And the more they spray these nanoparticles, the more they infiltrate us with these foods, the air, the water, the more they're able to, the more they advance technology, the more these people are able to receive about our every move and our existence. Now, is there a solution to jamming the frequency so that they can't continue to download your thoughts, emotions, desires, so they can't see through your eyes? Is there a way to jam that frequency? Part 2, a solution to come. Okay? There will be a part 2 to this video. But remember, just because we went to the same hospital don't mean we're under the same project. Right. Certain people born are under different projects. Certain races of people are under different projects. You can see it on the billboards. Like how you got foreigners out in a farm field and you're talking about the pandemic and masks. Like, why would they be worried about the pandemic and masks and they're farmers? They're not even in this country, supposedly, right? Think about it. So, they have been engineering, bioengineering these people from birth. They're our handlers. They think they know everything about us. They think they know every move about us. But the frequency can be jammed. There's no way I could be discussing a certain topic and then I go to a place and the guy's like, he did it today. Why don't you let me, why don't you help me hurry up? You just give me $5, I'll hurry up. Then he goes to the bathroom and come back and then he says, how about you make it $10? That'll sum it all up. I'm like, now how did he come up with $5 and $10 when I was just having a subject with somebody about $5 and $10? They have the technology already in them. It's just sad that they are casualties of war just like anybody else. They have them so busy. Sometimes I think when they speak, it's out of their control. Like, they probably wake up out of their sleep and start driving down the road and never recall why they started driving down the road. They have no control over their vessels because the technology that's in them, yeah, it lets them roam free. But if it ever send out that signal to fight, protect, or serve, they're drones. They're human flesh-like drones all of a sudden. Remember I said with the borders, why on earth all these people crossing the border, but the people who claim this country the most are not down there arming up, making sure people don't pass? Because they have not sent out the signal. They're sending out the signal for them to do something else. That's just like when you go shopping. Let's say you at a strip mall and nothing interests you, no matter what. You got about $5,000 in your pocket on a good month. We ain't talking about no taxes or nothing. You go to the mall on a strip or something, and you don't want to buy anything. You don't walk down and back up, but then they send out this signal. Oh, and you're observing. Nobody else is buying anything. Nobody else has bags. Then about 30 minutes later, they send out a signal, and you start seeing one person walk in this store, one person walk to that restaurant, one person walk up to that ice cream stand and get an ice cream, then 5 more people follow. Man, this ain't no joke. I've been watching this a long time. I remember when I was out in Venice Beach, California, I was like, one day it was just dry. Nobody was shopping. And I was like, are they going to send out the signal today? They do it in like 30-minute spurts. Buy, sell, trade, shop, buy. I don't know how they send the signal out, but they send it out. And I mean, it was dry this whole day. It was like 3 p.m. I didn't make no sales. No tarot reads, no nothing. I would say by 3:30, I had a line of 10 people waiting to get a reading. Yes, I was doing readings until dusk or whatever, until the sun was setting and turning orange and red. They have a signal that they send out all the time. That's like Florida highways and interstates. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, we know she's going to Miami today. Or we know she's 5 miles away from this tower. By the time I get down there, they done sent out the signal. And whatever calamity they wanted to happen, happened. You got 2 cars that done went through the agriculture fence. You know, the agriculture fence is the post and wire that keeps animals from coming on the highway. You're going to have 2 or 3 cars flipped over. And I'm like, what's all this about? How did this happen? It's the signals. It's the technology. It's the nanoparticles that's embedded inside of you. And like I was listening to the guy say, 100% of us are readable, but only 65% of us are rewritable. And the ones that they cannot rewrite their coding, are a major threat. You can't be reprogrammed. Think about it. Hive mind versus murder. Why are they able to know everything about you or myself, but when it comes down to their own demise, they can't even see it? So they don't even realize that the person that has been rewriting their code made it so that they can't even see their own demise. They can see what's going on around them, they can predict things, but they can't even see their own fate. I see it all the time. So there we have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.